it is.
Oh, there we go. We're here. All the magic's inside this door. We've just got to wait a little bit. Fabrizio's going to open up, and we're allowed to go in.
Vintage toys.
There we go.
Venice vintage toys.
These walls, isn't it?
Laurel and Hardy moment, this.
It's another fine mess I've got myself into. Oh, here we go.
Oh, this is going to be good.
This is amazing. This is so cool.
Oh man, look at these little things in here.
They're awesome now.
I think I'm the only man that have all the 43 pieces in blister of Baravelli. This is the Baravelli Mini Flexi, 1967. You can see in the yellow paper is inside of every blister. This is the front, and the other side there is the back. And there is 43 pieces about 1969. And this is the all complete series in blister. I think is the unique one.
Amazing. That's so cool. So character-wise, we've got all the sort of cartoon specials that you'd perhaps see. Maybe in the UK you'd see them as well. We've got Betty, the Flintstones, even Dino's at the back there. I mean, it's bad, but even I recognise who they are. They're so cool. I've never had any of these at all. And it's the first thing we've come to. Straight away, we're finding stuff that we can't get in the UK.
Is this the actual original Titus?
Yeah.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah, it's original Titus, that is. So this is Titus, and I've never ever had one of these. They do come up occasionally, but it's generally from people whose families have been on holiday and maybe came to Italy as kids and they got these huge ones. And Megator is the other giant, and I've had a few times, but Titus has always eluded me. And this one is as well. We're not allowed to buy anything in the museum. We're just allowed to look. And I've got to tell you, it's a little bit of agony in just actually not being allowed to buy things and just looking. But it's at the same time, it's amazing to see. There's so much good stuff in here. Honestly, come here, your mind will be blown.
If your mind wants to be blown, just down here, a fully set up Eternia. Look at that. I can't speak. Look at it. With all the monorail and everything set up, all complete, not broken. We've had just like a couple of sections in, but this, and just perched there, scare glow at the top, just hanging out.
Here we have the evolution, if you like, of the Big Jim Tiger. There he is, the original version, and there he is as Panther and Battle Cat, reusing the same molds. And the Big Jim line was instrumental in like so many different ways for different toy lines. Different toys were adapted for use in different toy lines. But that, I think, is my favourite. That's my favourite one. It's just such a cool thing. I've never had the Big Jim version. I really need to get me one because I think that's an amazing display.
Okay, Matt. So we've got the big movie projector. What do we got over here, though? Just for you, a whole section of Laurel and Hardy. It's been a good trip for you, this one.
This is the original projector of the middle of 50s, of the middle of the century before, 1950. And this was the projector of New Cinema Paradiso, the film win the Oscar. It's not the one of the film. I thought about the idea to put inside the Oliver Hardy, Charlie Chaplin, and to open the museum.
How did you, it's so big, heavy.
Yeah, it's 200 kilos.
Wow. You lift it on your own?
Yeah. Yeah, 4 people.
4 people, wow. This is amazing.
In this corner there is all pieces about cinema. For example, the first Alien of 1967.
Yes, we have a...
Of Kenner, the King Kong, there are the Black Hole, there are all the cinema pieces there.
That's a great lassie. I like this big Maximilian.
It's ace.
The magnet range.
The magnet range.
I've never seen that.
That's stars.
Yeah. Okay, one of my favourite things, cereal mascots. And the main man of them all, Count Chocula. Oh, you've also got Frankenberry back there and Booberry. Big in America. We didn't really get Count Chocula, more's the pity. Very sweet though, very sweet cereal. But we did get Tony the Tiger. He's great. Hiding in the corner, there's an Alf. Just hiding there. Don't know what's going on here. They've been separated. COVID times.
I don't get it. We're in this amazing museum and you found an Alf.
Of course.
It's Brian all over again.
Look at all these Migos. 1970s. We've got all of them. It's an incredible collection. We've got the large ones at the back. That Superman's a hard guy to get hold of. Joker, what a classic. Look at Thor. Look at that hair. Fantastic. And all of these guys. Look at the Iron Man. He's got an actual face. I bet they just repainted someone with Iron Man on the thing. Migos are great because they're so funny to look at now. But back then, they were the toys to have. What else have we got? Star Trek. All the Star Trek guys. Who's this? Don't know. By Criminal, the company Criminal. No, Criminal I think is this guy. This is something we need to know about. Hey, there's Zorro. If you love Disney, there is no shortage. Look at all this. Let's have a look, see if I can find some favourites. Ah, Geppetto. See, it's all about the side characters for me. Not worried about Pinocchio, but having a Geppetto figure, that's way better. Oh, is this from Dumbo? Maybe?
What? You're the Dumbo, you half-baked half-wit. It's clearly from Pinocchio, you brainless idiot.
All Mickeys, all Donalds. Oh, Pete's Dragon. It's almost like he was designed for merchandising. I'm sure he wasn't back then, but they must have had it in mind. Bambi's, lovely Bambi's. Thumper, Flower. Oh, yeah. Anyone who loves Disney, you could spend ages just looking through here. There's so many. Not the Rescuers. It is the Rescuers, isn't it? Yes. Oh, look at her. With her apple. I like the evil ones. I always like the evil, nasty ones. Once again, the Japanese influence in Italy. Oh, here it is. These are the grails. This Godzilla. It's got a little fire that spits out of his mouth. Looks like a tongue, but it's fire on that lever on the back. This is what I'd like my house to be like. I'd be surrounded by all this. Just have my desk in the middle to do my drawing. Surrounded by all this inspiration. And the amount of them, the sheer amount of them. Think of the money, the value of all this. Not just value as toys, but actual monetary value. It's frightening.
So, ledroplastic. Now, we don't see these in the UK. Occasionally, I think we do see them. So it now makes me wonder about all the ones I've perhaps had in the past and kind of gone, because I'm finding out things today that I didn't know before. Every day is a school day. If you think you know a lot about toys, you go somewhere to a different country and you find out, really, you only know toys that are local to you. The guys have been talking so enthusiastically about this ledroplastic and how collectible and how amazing it is, but I'm sold. I love it now. I now want this for me, for the shop. But the values they were saying for something like the simple Pinocchio boy is 30 euros maybe on a good day. And then we go right up to these in this top corner here. These are like 1,000 euros. 1,000. They aren't for sale, but they're worth 1,000 euros. Fabrizio was explaining some of the different things, some of the why they're rare. And in fact, in the other room, we've got some pictures of the factory back in the 70s. And we see that the factory after it's destroyed as well. And for me, as a palitoy guy, he's looking for that sort of time. It's that memory of it. And it's quite sad to see the picture of it being destroyed. Sword in the Stone, Magic Merlin. Now you might see there's 5 of these. They're all the same. They're not. Each and every one is different. And when you start looking at them in detail, what we have, like with every toy line, He's basically a variant collector. Red shoes, different coloured blue shoes, the book is different colour, green book, different coloured glasses. You know, you just start looking at them in more detail, you realise it's not 5 the same, they're 5 that are quite different, and therefore, again, like a lot of toy lines, with leather or plastic, you can collect all the variants as well, so it's where do you stop? But they're a big, bright, colourful toy. I'm really quite taken with them. I'm told this is only one in the world of this, which is why he's behind here. So I've been allowed back here just for a minute to film him. But the whole room is kept in darkness because this fella's in there. He's just got these 2 lights in there that are very, very low level, and that's all the light we've got in this whole room. Now I love a Naccaral Popeye paddle wagon. These toys are they're extremely breaky. They were cheap toys back in the day, but quite complex. But they do break really easily. I've had 2 or 3 of these, and every time I sell one, I want to buy another. I love that toy. It's so good. So in here we've got not only the Kenner Ghostbusters, we've also got the Filmation Ghostbusters line here, like I bought the other day. Only these are in slightly tidier condition and slightly more complete. Oh, that's amazing. See, we don't see these at all in the UK. There's so much to see here, I've nearly missed something. I've walked past this about 5-6 times now. We've got a Spilari Hulk. Now this was sold with sweets, and the sweets would be on the bottom in a way to sell the Hulk. But look how good the Hulk is. He's great. He's just such a cool toy. Hulk stuff's really collectible anyway. Think about the things that we see in the UK, the stretch Hulk, things like that. This one I've never ever seen in the flesh before. Bandai, Jaws. I've never ever seen this. I didn't even know that existed. If somebody said, did they do any vintage Jaws toys? I'd just say perhaps the game. Maybe a few different things, you know, puzzles or stuff like that. I mean, you can put the person back together after Jaws is finished, I don't know, maybe it's that kind of thing. But this, I've never seen it. That's amazing. Over here, I've spotted one of my childhood favourites, my absolute favourite things. Asterix and Obelix figures. We've got the whole crew there, Getafix. There's Asterix, there's Obelix, there's Vital Statistics, the Chief. I love the names, they were so clever. Obelix was kind of one of those characters. He's a big guy, he reminds me a bit of me, but obviously I don't think I've hurled stones that far. Couldn't even lift that projector. Jurassic Park, pretty much a full Series 1 run, I think, here. And these figures are creeping up in value. There was a time when there was a lot of them around, but this first series now, they're starting to really get up there, particularly the big dinos. They're really good. And anything sealed of the sets, I've not had any sealed vehicles for quite a while. Dinosaurs come up, the figures certainly come up, but sealed vehicles are getting really expensive. I love these are great. And you walk past here, and it's Venice, so all the buildings are really old.
All old and all falling apart.
Yeah, I mean, I'm covered in dust because I leant on a wall.
Yeah.
Gav's covered in dust because he leant on a wall. But you come inside and it's modern. The air conditioning works, everything's well lit, you can see everything. But you know what? You can see everything, but you won't see everything because there's so much of it. And you can spend probably 2 hours looking at one cabinet and you still won't register everything that's in there.
That's true.
So it's the kind of place you can come back to again and again. And in this museum as well, there's the history of the cartoons, the animators that were involved with actually making them. Fabrizio has wined and dined these people. He's got into their back pockets in order to find out all that he needs to know. So if you need to know anything about these toys, then Fabrizio is your man. Look, it's Mr. Rossi.
Oh, Harold.
Ciao, grazie.
Grazie.
What an amazing place. I think we definitely need a drink and we need to get back to the car and get back on the road.
Yeah, we're going to go to Milan.
We've got to go to Milan now. Because it's amazing. I mean, look at it. Fabulous.